On July 26th at 3:33 p.m., Archangel Michael noticed something entered through your eyes. It wasn't natural. Someone tried to spiritually blind you. Watch this before it takes full effect. At exactly 3:33 p.m. on July 26, something unseen happened. Archangel Michael stood beside you. He saw it clearly. What entered your eyes wasn't light. It wasn't normal. It was a shadow, strange, quiet, spiritual fog. It came through a screen to stare at a passing glance. Michael knew it instantly. It was not of heaven. Someone tried to spiritually blind you without warning. Not physical blindness, but blindness of insight, of clarity. They didn't want you to see the truth anymore. They wanted to block you from seeing what's ahead. This wasn't by accident. It was planned in secret. The enemy has used people close to you before. But this time, they sent confusion through your gaze. They hoped you wouldn't feel it in the moment. They hoped your spirit would stay silent and numb. But Archangel Michael felt it and acted immediately. Because if that energy had stayed any longer, your purpose would have started to blur without warning. Your direction would shift. You'd chase the wrong things. But God said, "Not this time. Not my child." This message is your wake-up call and rescue. Heaven knows what was planted through your sight. It wasn't just darkness. It was deception, delayed distraction. You were meant to walk into clear vision this season. But now there's a veil trying to pull over your soul. That's why this message reached you right on time. Michael is guarding you now, but your yes is needed. You must be awake before it goes deeper inside. You must open your spirit before it takes full root. And you must break what they hoped would blind you. This is a battle of light versus shadow inside you. It's not just about what you saw, but what saw you. Michael is calling you to recognize the moment, to see with your soul, not just with your eyes, to stand with the angels against silent sorcery, to receive divine vision where confusion was sent. This message begins your spiritual eye surgery. Heaven is cleansing your gaze, your focus, your path. Do not ignore the warning. It has already begun. But thank God, you are not too late to fight it. Type I am awakened to receive blessing 5220. The enemy has many doors, but one of the most hidden is the door of the eyes. Your eyes are not just for looking, they are gates. What enters them can shape your thinking, your emotions, your choices. On July 26th at 3:33 p.m., something entered your gates that was not of God. Archangel Michael saw it before it even touched you. He moved quickly, not just to warn you, but to begin undoing its effect. What entered wasn't just a dark feeling, it was a spiritual plan. It was a small seed meant to grow into confusion. You may not have noticed it right away. That's how the enemy works. He sends in the shadows softly so you question nothing at first. But something inside you knew it wasn't normal. That's why your thoughts have been strange lately, heavy, unfocused. That's why you've been losing clarity and peace. The one who sent it didn't want you to see truth anymore. They didn't want you to see your next steps, your healing, your purpose. They wanted your inner eyes to become foggy. They sent that energy to distract you from the light you were stepping into. They hoped your vision would become weak, not just your physical eyes, but your spiritual eyes. And slowly, your ability to see clearly began to shift. You've been second-guessing things you were once sure about. You've been avoiding decisions that once felt right. That's the sign. Something entered through your eyes and began messing with your inner vision. Type I am rising to get the blessing 4896. But Archangel Michael did not stay silent. He was assigned to you for moments just like this. He saw the spirit behind the energy. It wasn't just a person. It was a force using that person. That force doesn't want you to finish your calling. It doesn't want you to speak truth. It doesn't want you to see who's real and who's faking love. So, it tries to shut your seeing down. But God says your sight belongs to heaven. God says your clarity is not for sale. The enemy tried to buy it with a cursed moment, but Michael stepped in before it could settle. That's why this message found you. It's part of heaven's rescue. You may feel like this is all too strange, but think back. Were there images that made you feel drained? Were there things you watched or people you looked at who left you confused inside? That's not your imagination. That's the doorway. That's how the spirit got in. It used a glance, a screen, a gaze. It used something common to carry something cursed. And it hoped you wouldn't notice. But Michael noticed. Heaven noticed. Now it's time for you to notice, too. Type I am guarded to get blessing 5633. This battle is not just about what happened that day. It's about what that moment tried to block. You were about to walk into a season of clear vision. You were meant to see who truly loves you, who is pretending, what road to walk, and which path leads to more pain. But now the fog is trying to make you turn in the wrong direction. That's why you must reject what entered. You must spiritually clean your eyes, not just with tears, but with truth, light, and prayer. Michael is guiding you through that cleansing now. He's standing by you with a sword of divine fire, cutting every unseen thread tied to your sight. Some of those threads were placed through jealousy, some through envy, others through simple spiritual laziness. You looked too long at something you knew you should have looked away from. That's okay. You're human. But now it's time to open your eyes fully to the truth again. Because there's more to see, and heaven doesn't want you to miss it. Type I am seeing clearly to get blessing 6044. You may feel pressure behind your eyes, or random headaches, or a strange tiredness when you try to focus. These are not just physical. They are signals. They are signs that the enemy's shadow tried to cloud your vision. But now, as you read this, the light is breaking through. Michael is helping remove the dark filter. It doesn't happen all at once. But with every prayer, every truth, every moment of awareness, the light returns. You are being given new eyes, eyes that see beyond surface, beyond lies, beyond distractions. You are being spiritually awakened to see what's really there. Don't ignore this moment. This is not just a message. It is surgery for your soul. God is restoring your focus. What was placed over your sight is being removed. You will begin to see people, situations, and choices differently after this. Do not fear the truth. Do not run from clarity. For clarity is protection. And protection is what heaven has now activated over your eyes. Type I am awakened to get blessing 6721. Something is starting to change within you. The more you open your heart to this message, the more your spiritual eyes begin to adjust. It's like waking up in a dark room where someone has slowly opened the curtains. The light doesn't come all at once, but it begins to break through the darkness. Archangel Michael is not just watching over you. He is gently removing every veil, every fog, every film the enemy tried to place over your sight. You may not have known this, but your eyes in the spirit are just as real as your eyes in the body. And they were targeted because you were about to see something powerful, something that would shift your life. When your spirit eyes are open, you can see beyond fake words. You can sense evil before it comes close. You can feel when someone is pretending. That is why the enemy wanted to blind you. Because a spiritually blind person makes easy mistakes. They trust too fast, forgive too soon, and walk into traps dressed up as blessings. But you, child of God, were never meant to be blind. You were meant to see in the Spirit, just like Jesus saw the hearts of men. And that power is waking up in you again, right now. Type I'm chosen to get the blessing 7077. You feel it. The stirring behind your natural sight. That awareness that there is more going on than just what your eyes can catch. That is your gift returning. It was never lost, only covered. You were always sensitive, always discerning, but someone tried to shut that part of you down. They said you were imagining things. They said you were overthinking. But the truth is, you were seeing too clearly, and it scared them. You were speaking too boldly, and it offended them. So they tried to send silence into your eyes. But God says, no more. I am restoring what I gave you. God is not just healing your sight. He is giving you new eyes entirely. These eyes will not only see trouble, they will see beauty again. You will start to see blessings that were always there, but hidden by fear. You will begin to notice how God was protecting you in places you thought He had forgotten you. Your sight is being aligned with heaven's truth, not the enemy's illusion. No more chasing shadows. No more falling for pretty lies. You are receiving the gift of true vision. Type I am awakened to get blessing 7450. Sometimes the enemy tries to convince you that seeing too much is dangerous, that knowing too much truth will only bring pain. But what brings pain is blindness, not vision. What hurts most is walking into something you didn't see coming. That's why God gave you spiritual eyes, to protect you before the pain even arrives. You are meant to see warning signs. You are meant to see shifts in people. You are meant to see angels standing by your side. And yes, you are even meant to see the enemy from afar, so you can walk the other way. Michael is helping you remember how to see again. You remember those moments when you felt something was off, even when everyone else was smiling. That wasn't a mistake. That was discernment. That was your spiritual vision quietly alerting you. But the enemy mocked that gift, tried to twist it, and used the people to make you doubt it. Not anymore. From now on, your discernment will be strong and clear. God is giving it back to you with more power than before. You won't just see trouble, you will see it early. Type I am alert to get blessing 7812. Let this truth sink deep. Your eyes are sacred. What you allow through them shapes your heart, your thoughts, and your future. That's why the season, God is asking you to be careful what you watch, who you listen to, and what you focus on. Not because He wants to control you, but because He wants to protect your gift. What you stare at grows. If you keep looking at lies, they will grow strong. But if you start staring at truth, peace, and God's Word, then your spiritual sight will become sharper than ever. You are not just recovering. You are rising. You are being trained for something more. God is preparing your eyes to see dreams, visions, answers, and hidden things. You will look at someone and feel their true spirit. You will hear a kind word and know whether it's honest or fake. You will look at your path and finally feel confident again. And all of this is starting because you said yes to healing your eyes today. The enemy tried to darken you, but light is winning. I'm rising to get blessing 7999. As the veil begins lifting from your eyes and truth starts shining through again, this ministry is honored to be part of your awakening. Every video, every message, every prophetic word we share is designed to restore sight to the spiritually blind and awaken the ones the enemy tried to silence. If this message is healing you, imagine how many more could be reached with your help. God says in Isaiah 58:10, "If you spend yourselves in behalf of the hungry, your light will rise in the darkness. Your giving becomes light. Your support becomes vision for someone else." This is not just donation, it's prophecy in motion. If God stirs you, move now. Support through Super Thanks, YouTube membership, or the PayPal link in the description. Release what you carry, and heaven will release even more over you. There are some things that seem too small to matter. A glance, a quick look, a short video, a silent stare. But in the spiritual world, those moments are not small. They are doors. On July 26th, when the thing entered through your eyes, it looked small. It felt harmless. But the spirit behind it was heavy. That glance was part of a hidden assignment. It wasn't meant to hurt your body. It was meant to touch your spirit and cause silent blindness. Someone who does not want you to succeed sent something spiritual your way. They didn't have to speak a word. All they had to do was get you to look, and that's when it happened. This wasn't random. The enemy has studied you. He knows what you're drawn to. He knows what pulls your attention. He used that knowledge to design a moment just for you. He didn't send darkness that looked scary. No, he sent something familiar, something attractive, something normal. Because if he can't scare you, he'll try to trick you. That moment, whether it was through a person, a picture, or a passing thought, was planned to enter softly and bind your sight slowly. I am protected to get blessing 8121. Since that moment, you've likely felt it. You felt more tired. You've been seeing things through the wrong lens. You've been second-guessing the people around you. Your dreams may have even started to feel strange or cloudy. These are not random feelings. They are signs of what entered. The spiritual fog is not loud, but it is real. And if it stays long enough, it makes the person forget who they are. It causes confusion, doubt, and spiritual weakness. That's why Archangel Michael stepped in. He was not willing to let you fall into slow spiritual death. You may be wondering how something so small could cause so much damage. But remember this: Eve only looked at the fruit. Lot's wife only looked back. David only saw Bathsheba from a rooftop. Sight is powerful. It opens the heart. It guides the feet. That's why the enemy wants your eyes. If he gets your eye, he gets your path. But God is saying, I am restoring the vision of my child. I will not let them go blind in this hour. Type I am guarded to get blessing 8255. You are not just fighting a glance, you are breaking a curse. That curse was meant to cause delay in your purpose. It was meant to cause weakness in your prayer life. It was designed to confuse your spiritual hearing. But now that you are aware, it cannot hold you anymore. God is revealing the root so you can remove it. What entered through your eyes can be removed through truth, light, and divine fire. That's what this message is. Divine fire cleansing your inner eyes. The one who sent it may have smiled to your face. They may have even said something kind. But their spirit carried jealousy. And jealousy carries curses. The Bible says, jealousy is as cruel as the grave. It is the spirit that tried to enter through your sight. Someone was bothered by your light, so they tried to dim it through your vision. But what they forgot is this: what God lights up, no one can cover. What God reveals, no man can shut down. You are too anointed to be tricked again. Type I am anointed to get blessing 8402. Now that your sight is being healed, be wise with your eyes. Your eyes are not just part of your face. They are part of your future. Be mindful of what you watch, who you follow, and what you let into your gaze. Not because you are afraid, but because you are powerful. Your attention is a weapon. Where you focus grows. If you focus on lies, they grow strong. But if you focus on truth, it will break every lie into dust. God is training you to be sharp, awake, and discerning. You will not walk in confusion any longer. You will not wonder why everything feels cloudy. The curse that tried to enter is now being removed. You are being brought back into divine clarity. Michael has drawn his sword. He is fighting on your behalf. And with every word you read, heaven is cutting off the power of that glance. What was meant to curse you is now blessing you. What was meant to blind you is making you see better than ever before. Type I am free to get blessing 8660. Since that moment on July 26th, your mind has not felt the same. You may not have said it out loud, but you've been feeling it. Something has felt off. Your focus has been weak. You try to pray, but your thoughts keep running in circles. You try to read God's word, but nothing sticks. You try to make decisions, but you keep second-guessing everything. This is not just stress. This is not just tiredness. It is the result of a spiritual fog that entered when the enemy tried to blind you through your eyes. It didn't just aim for your vision, it aimed for your mind. And that fog hath been growing, quietly, day by day. But here's the good news. God is not letting it stay. That fog is now breaking because light is entering your spirit again. Light exposes the fog. Light burns it out. Archangel Michael has been sent to push back this fog, not just around you, but inside your thoughts. God does not want his children walking in mental confusion. He is not the author of disorder. He is the God of clarity, direction, peace, and power. And today, he is sending that clarity straight into your mind. Type I am cleared to get the blessing 8744. You may notice that after that moment on July 26th, your memory became weaker. You began forgetting small things. You started losing your fire for certain dreams. You felt more sleepy, more distracted, more disconnected. That is not your fault. It was the fog. The enemy wanted you to forget your anointing. He wanted you to forget your progress. He wanted you to feel like you were going backward, even though God had already pulled you forward. But the truth is, your mind is too important to lose. It carries God's ideas, visions, warnings, and instructions. That's why the fog came. But that's also why the fire of God is coming now to burn it out. There is nothing weak about you. You have been under spiritual pressure. The enemy knew what was coming next in your life, and he tried to block your sight before you reached it. He knew a breakthrough was around the corner, so he tried to make you question everything. But instead of quitting, you're still standing. Instead of giving up, you open this message. That's the proof. You are still fighting, and heaven has now stepped in to fight with you. Type I am still standing to get blessing 8892. The fog may have made you question people around you. It may have made you feel alone or misunderstood. You might have even felt distant from God, but he was never distant from you. He was standing beside you the whole time, waiting for the moment you would hear this message. Now, the fog is lifting, and you will begin to think clearly again. You will feel the strength in your thoughts. Your focus will return. Your peace will be restored. Because God is not just healing your eyes, He is healing your entire mind. Archangel Michael is standing guard at the gate of your thoughts. He is stopping any dark energy from re-entering. He is pushing back the weight that tried to settle in your spirit. This is not the end of your clarity, it's the beginning. God is reordering your mind. He is calming your storms. He is silencing the enemy's whispers. You don't have to carry the fog anymore. It is breaking now, right where you are. Type I am renewed to get blessing 8913. God is saying to you, you are mine. Your mind is mine. I have not given you a spirit of fear or confusion. I have given you power, love, and a sound mind. These words are not just promises. They are active right now. They are alive. And they are touching every corner of your brain, every thought pattern, every stress, and every hidden worry. Even the silent fears you'd never speak, God is removing them now. You will begin to notice the shift. After this moment, your focus will return stronger. You will read scripture and it will make sense again. You will pray and feel peace again. You will walk with confidence again. Because when God gives you your mind back, everything starts to change. This is not just a healing. It is a holy reset. What was foggy is now becoming clear. What was cloudy is now full of light. And the one who tried to steal your sight has failed. Type I am rising to get blissy 8999. There are people in your life who smile at you but hide secret thoughts behind their eyes. They may act kind in public, but their hearts carry jealousy. You didn't do anything wrong. In fact, it's your light that bothers them. It's your calling, your peace, your favor. They can't understand why you still shine after everything you've faced. That confusion in them becomes anger. That anger turns into spiritual jealousy. And that jealousy can open the door to dark intentions. Some people don't speak curses with their mouths. They send them through glances, through energy, through silent attacks. That's what happened. They looked at you and sent something invisible, something toxic, straight through your eyes. The enemy used their bitterness to carry darkness into your space. They didn't need a spell or a ritual. All they needed was access, one open moment when you weren't guarded. That's when the spiritual fog started forming. The goal was simple, to shut down your spiritual sight so you couldn't tell who was real. They wanted to make you trust wrong people again. They wanted you to second-guess yourself. They wanted your discernment to fade. But heaven said no. God did not allow the attack to finish its assignment. Archangel Michael caught it. And now, the light of heaven is reversing everything. Type I am protected to get blessing 9055. You may have noticed this in the past few weeks. Your ability to sense people shifted. You used to feel things quickly. You used to know when someone wasn't honest. But lately, you've been confused. You've allowed people close that you weren't sure about. That wasn't just human error. It was spiritual interference. Someone tried to steal your gift of discernment. They hoped you would walk blind into traps. But God is restoring what they tried to steal. Your discernment is returning now. And when it does, you will not just see people, you will see their true spirits. This is not just about being careful, it's about being covered. God is placing spiritual armor over your eyes now. You will not fall for the same tricks again. You will not be fooled by soft voices and fake love. The people who smiled while sending darkness will no longer have access to your spirit. God is building a wall of light around your vision. You will walk in wisdom. You will walk in water. You will walk in divine awareness. Type I am covered to get blessing 9188. There are some things you've been confused about lately. Decisions, relationships, next steps. The reason you couldn't see clearly wasn't because God was silent. It was because something came between your spirit and His voice. That something was a fog. It made you feel like God was far away. But He was close the whole time. The moment you opened your eyes to this truth, He came even closer. He is speaking again. And now, you will hear Him like before, clear, strong, personal. The enemy cannot block your connection anymore. You may have trusted someone recently who took advantage of you. You may have shared something private with a person who later used it against you. These are not just emotional wounds, they are spiritual signs. They prove that someone was trying to lead you without God. But that season is ending now. You will no longer give your trust too quickly. You will no longer doubt your instincts. The Holy Spirit is sharpening your sight. He is reactivating the inner alarm that protects your heart. Type I am wise to get blessing 9227. God is bringing you into a new level of spiritual power. This next season of your life requires sharper eyes, stronger ears, and quicker discernment. You are being trained to move like a prophet, to see like a warrior, and to feel like an intercessor. That is why the enemy tried to blind you, because he saw what you were becoming. But heaven is now giving you the very thing the enemy tried to steal. And when God restores something, He always makes it stronger than before. You will now begin to recognize what you couldn't before. You will notice the shift in people's energy. You will feel when someone's words don't match their spirit. You will know when to speak and when to stay silent. You will walk away from what looks good but feels wrong. Because God is not just opening your eyes, He is sharpening them. You are walking in spiritual clarity. You are stepping into full awareness. The blindfold they tried to put over your spirit has been torn. Type I am awakened to get blessing 9370. There is a reason why the enemy targeted your eyes. It's because of your calling. You carry something inside you that threatens darkness. Your sight, your gifts, your voice, they all work together. And when you see clearly, you move with power. You walk with boldness. You avoid traps. You speak life. The enemy knew that if you kept seeing clearly, he would lose control. That's why he tried to block you at the gate of the eyes. Because once your vision is broken, everything else begins to weaken. But you need to hear this today. Your calling is still alive. What was sent to stop you has failed. You are not blind. You are being refined. God allowed you to feel the fog not to punish you, but to sharpen you. He let you notice the confusion so you would cry out for clarity. And now that you are seeking, the fog is lifting. Your calling is not buried. It is rising again. The enemy tried to attack your purpose by attacking your focus. But God is healing both. You are about to move into the next stage of your calling with clearer sight than ever before. Type I am called to get blessing 9499. Your eyes were marked because they are holy. They were created not just to see the world, but to see in the Spirit, to dream, to recognize what others miss. You have always felt things deeply. You have always known things without needing words. That's not a weakness. It's a gift. But people around you didn't always understand. They made fun of it. Others became jealous. Some even tried to shut it down with words like, "You're too sensitive," or "You're imagining things." But now you know. They were trying to do what the enemy was trying to do, blind you. But God made you sensitive for a reason. He made your eyes sharp for a purpose, He knew you would one day be a light to others. He knew your gift would help people see. That's why the attack came. Because you were getting too close to helping someone else. The enemy got nervous. But now you're even more dangerous, because you're awake. You see the pattern. You feel the battle. And now, you're rising with holy fire in your eyes. Type I'm chosen to get blessing 9555. There is no shame in being attacked. There is no guilt in having been blinded for a moment. Even the strongest warriors can be caught off guard. But the difference is, you didn't stay blind. You didn't let the fog take over. You cried out. You looked for answers. And heaven responded. That's what separates you. You respond to truth. And because of that, God is rewarding your spirit with new vision, new strength, and new wisdom. What comes next will require clear eyes. You will be shown secrets about people, about places, about timing. You will feel the shift in a room without anyone saying a word. You will know when to walk away and when to wait. You will see through fake smiles. You will recognize real love. You will see God's hand in places you used to ignore. That's how sharp your eyes are becoming. Heaven is opening them like never before. Type I am seeing clearly to get blessing 9640. Do not return to what once blinded you. After this message, the enemy may try again. He may send the same person, the same image, the same situation. But this time, you will see it for what it really is. You will not fall into the same trap. You will not give your attention to what drains your light. You are now aware. You are guided. You are prepared. And most of all, you are called. The calling on your life is why the attack came. But that same calling is why the attack is ending. The enemy does not have the final word. God does. And God is declaring over you today, your eyes are mine. Your path is mine. And nothing sent to blind you will win. You will walk in boldness. You will carry peace. And you will see exactly what you need to see when you need to see it. Type I am focused to get blessing 9722. Your eyes are no longer just for seeing. They are now weapons. Weapons of light. Weapons of truth. Weapons of warning. When God opens your spiritual eyes, He is giving you the power to protect yourself and others. What you see in the spirit can stop you from walking into danger. It can guide you away from fake friends. It can show you the real reason behind a problem. That is why your eyes were attacked. Because once your eyes become weapons, the enemy loses his hiding place. He can no longer stay close without being exposed. You are no longer blind to him. You are awake. And you are dangerous to darkness. When you wake up spiritually, things begin to change. Your old habits feel heavy. Your old friends start to show their true colors. You begin to feel uncomfortable in places you used to enjoy. This is not confusion, it's clarity. Your eyes are adjusting to the light. You are starting to see with God's vision, not the world's. And that means you cannot go back to what once made you blind. You cannot keep looking at things that weaken your gift. God is calling you higher. And with higher sight comes higher responsibility. Type I am rising to get blessing 9844. You may feel the weight of this shift. It's not easy to carry new vision. It comes with pressure. But it also comes with power. You are seeing the spiritual battle more clearly now. That's why some people around you are uncomfortable. They feel your shift. They sense your growth. And it makes them nervous. Because when your sight sharpens, their masks fall. But don't let that stop you. Keep your eyes open. Keep your spirit alert. God is trusting you with more now. And with that trust comes a new level of protection. Archangel Michael is placing fire around your eyes now. That fire is holy. It guards your sight. It stops any dark spirit from entering again. You will not be caught off guard. You will not be confused by smiling faces with hidden hate. The fire of God is now your covering. Your eyes will no longer be weak. They will be strong, sharp, and full of light. That is the promise of this moment. Type I'm guarded to get blessing 9911. Your eyes will become sharp in dreams. God will begin to speak to you while you sleep. He will show you warnings. He will give you answers. He will reveal names, faces, dates, and directions. These are not just dreams. They are instructions from heaven, and they will guide you safely. That's why it's important to pray over your sleep, to protect your dreams, to guard your night vision. Because what God shows you at night will help you win in the day. You will also begin to feel things through your eyes. You may look at someone and suddenly feel tired or heavy. That is spiritual warning. You may see a place and feel peace or tension. That is your spirit speaking. Trust those feelings. Don't ignore them. God gave you this gift so you would move with wisdom. You are not crazy. You are not imagining things. You are spiritually gifted. And that gift is growing stronger every day. Type I am spiritually sharp to get blessing 9980. This new vision will also help you see your future. You will begin to feel what God wants you to do. You'll sense which door is right. You'll feel when something is not from Him. That's how your spiritual eyes speak. They may not use words, but they send messages. Learn to listen to those messages. Write them down. Pray over them. Let God train you to see with purpose. Because this gift is not just for you. It is for others too. Your friends. Your family. Your children. They will begin to look to you for direction. They will notice the change in you. They will feel safer around you. Because people can sense when someone is walking in the light. They can feel it. And they will begin to respect your vision. They may not understand it fully, but they will trust it. Because light speaks louder than words. Top I'm ready to get blessing 10,033. Now that your eyes are open again, heaven is beginning to train you. This is not just healing. It is preparation. You are not just recovering from the fog. You are being equipped for what's coming. The enemy tried to shut your sight because he saw your future. He saw that you would grow strong. He saw that you would begin to see his lies before they reached you. That's why he moved quickly. But now, because you survived the attack, you are entering a season of training. Archangel Michael is still near. But now he is not just protecting. You are learning to protect yourself. God is showing you how to guard your gates. Your eyes, your ears, your heart. What you allow into your life has power. That is why spiritual sight must be matched with spiritual discipline. If you look at lies too long, they will still try to cloud your mind. If you listen to voices that speak fear, confusion will try to grow. That's why God is teaching you to be strong, sharp, and wise. You are not a victim anymore. You are a watchman, a spiritual guard, a child of light who cannot be easily fooled. Type I am being trained to get blessing 10,114. You may have noticed that some people have fallen away recently. Friends have gone silent. Some people who once felt close now seem distant. This is not rejection. It is protection. God is removing anyone who could blind you again. Some of those people were carriers of fog. They didn't mean to harm you, but they were not safe for your spirit. They brought confusion, delay, and distraction. Now that your eyes are open, God is gently separating you from anything that could pull you backward. It may feel lonely now, but soon, clarity will bring peace. God is also showing you how to see beyond the natural. You will no longer judge things by how they look. You will feel their true nature. You'll look at an opportunity and feel if it's of God or not. You'll meet someone new and sense their heart before they speak. That spiritual sight is a gift that keeps you safe. And it's one of the greatest weapons God is placing in your hands right now. Type I am aware to get blessing 10,192. Sometimes training means God will test your sight. He will show you something and ask, can you see the truth in this? He will let a fake door open, not to trick you, but to strengthen your ability to choose. This is part of your growth. Don't be afraid of these moments. Just pause, pray, and feel what your spirit is saying. You are being sharpened like a sword. What once confused you will now be easy to understand. What once distracted you will now lose its power. Archangel Michael is giving you the mindset of a warrior. You are not passive anymore. You are alert. You are quid. You are awake. You are no longer an easy target. The enemy will try again, but now, you are ready. And every time you resist, every time you walk away from what once pulled you in, heaven celebrates. Every victory makes your sight stronger. Every decision you make in light strengthens the fire in your eyes. Type I am alert to get blessing 10,239. Do not let guilt hold you back. You may remember the time you didn't see clearly, the moments you trusted wrong voices, the hours you wasted in confusion. Let that go now. God is not blaming you. He's building you. What happened wasn't your fault. It was part of your training. Now you are wiser. Now you know what blindness feels like. And because of that, you will never walk blindly again. You are becoming someone the enemy fears. You carry a light in your eyes that burns through lies. You carry a voice that speaks truth with power. You carry the awareness of someone who sees both the trap and the way out. And that is a threat to darkness. That is why the attacks came. But now you know. Every attack was a sign of how strong your gift really is. Type I am ready to get blessing 10,299. As your sight sharpens and your discernment deepens, know this. You're not just being healed. You're being chosen to help others see too. This ministry exists to bring light to those walking in shadows. Every word shared, every revelation released, is meant to open spiritual eyes around the world. Your support becomes part of that mission. Proverbs 11:25 says, whoever refreshes others will be refreshed. When you give, you're not just helping a channel, you're helping awaken vision in someone's life. This is your chance to sow into the fire that's breaking blindness. Support now through Super Thanks membership, or the PayPal link in the description. Release your gift and receive heaven's response. One of the most dangerous attacks is deception. It does not look evil at first. It looks good. It looks kind. It looks like truth. But behind it, there is poison. The enemy knows he cannot stop a child of God with open attacks, so he hides his traps in beautiful things. He places his light in people who speak sweetly. He wraps his tricks in opportunities that look like blessings. But once your spiritual eyes are healed, you begin to see the truth behind the surface. You begin to notice when something feels wrong even if it sounds right. That is the power God is giving you now. This gift of sight will protect you from fake love, false promises, and secret plans. You will no longer be fooled by words. You will feel the spirit behind the words. You will no longer follow someone just because they speak well. You will follow peace. God is teaching you to watch for the fruit, not just the face. Many have tried to gain access to your life with kind smiles and soft voices, but they were hiding agendas. Now you will know who is real and who is not. Type I am discerning to get blessing 10,313. This gift is not given to judge others. It is given to protect your purpose. You don't have time to walk in circles. You don't have space for confusion. You don't have room for people who speak peace but carry conflict. That is why God is sharpening your sight. He's helping you recognize spiritual danger early. And when you feel that warning rise inside you, trust it. That is the Holy Spirit speaking through your discernment. That is your eyes doing what they were made to do. See through deception. Deception doesn't just come from people. It also comes from thoughts. The enemy has been trying to deceive your mind too. He whispers lies like, "You're not strong enough," or "You always mess things up," or "God has forgotten you." But now, with your eyes open, you can see those thoughts for what they are. Lies. And you will no longer agree with them. You will say, "That is not my truth. That is not my identity. I belong to God, and I know who I am." Type I am walking in truth to get blessing 10,366. There were moments in the past when you believed something was from God. It felt good, so you moved forward. But later, you saw the pain it brought. That's not because you were foolish. It's because your sight was under attack. The enemy wanted to teach you not to trust yourself. He wanted you to feel ashamed. But God says, "I will teach you again. I will show you again. I will speak to you in a way that you will understand. You are not broken. You are not too late. You are still being trained." God is also sending new people into your life. People who will speak truth without manipulation. People who carry real light, not fake kindness. These people may not say much, but their spirit will feel safe. You will feel peace when they enter the room. That's another sign your eyes are working. You won't just see what looks right. You'll feel what is truly right. And that will keep you from repeating the pain of the past. Type I am guided by peace to get blessing 10,400. Sometimes, the deception you face is not from others, but from your own heart. Sometimes we want something so badly that we stop listening to warning signs. We ignore the red flags. We call it faith when it's really pressure. But God loves you too much to let you keep walking blind. He's gently removing the layers of false hope. He's replacing it with real direction. This may feel painful at first, but it will lead to deep peace. Because the truth always brings freedom. You are learning to trust your eyes again. And more than that, you are learning to trust the God who gave you those eyes. He is not confusing you. He is not punishing you. He is preparing you. What is ahead requires clarity, and that clarity is being built in you now. Step by step, truth by truth, light by light. Type I am seeing rightly to get blessing 10,444. There are things around you that you never saw before. They were always there, but your spiritual eyes were not ready. Now that God is healing your sight, those hidden truths are beginning to rise. You are starting to notice people's real intentions. You are beginning to feel what's behind their words. You can now sense when a place feels dark, even when it looks normal. This is not your imagination. This is your spirit speaking. This is the gift of sight that was always inside you. Now it is awake. Now it is working. God is giving you the ability to see what others miss. Not just physical things, but spiritual realities. You will walk into a room and feel if peace lives there. You will speak to someone and know if their heart is clean. These are not guesses. These are truths. Your spirit is now in tune with heaven, and that connection gives you wisdom that no human voice can teach. That is why the enemy tried to blind you, because once you walk in this truth, he loses his power over you. Type I am aligned with truth to get blessing 10,488. Hidden truths are not always comfortable. Sometimes they reveal that someone you love has changed. Sometimes they show you that a relationship was never what you thought. But even when truth hurts, it saves you. It pulls you out of fake peace. It removes the mask from situations you were stuck in. It gives you freedom to move forward with power. God doesn't show you truth to scare you. He shows it to prepare you. Because He's not just healing your sight. He's using it. You may find yourself feeling distant from people you were once close to. That's not a sign something is wrong with you. It's a sign something hidden has come to light. When God opens your eyes, He also shifts your circle. He removes those who can't walk with your truth, and He brings those who see the same light you do. You don't have to fight to keep people who are not meant for this new season. Let go in peace, and trust that God is sending better. Type I am trusting God shift to get blessing 10,530. There are also things within yourself that are being revealed. God is showing you dreams you forgot. He's reminding you of promises you buried. He's uncovering parts of you that were hidden under pain and confusion. This is personal. It's not just about seeing others, it's about seeing yourself. You are not weak. You are not lost. You are not broken. You are chosen. And now that your eyes are open, you will start to walk like the person heaven sees. Your sight will also help you understand the past. Things that once confused you will now make sense. You will remember moments and say, "Now I see what God was doing." You will understand why certain things didn't work out, why some people walked away, why that delay happened. It wasn't rejection. It was redirection. It wasn't punishment. It was protection. The moment your eyes open, your pain begins to turn into understanding. Type I am seeing with purpose to get blessing 10,575. God is also unlocking dreams and visions. Pay attention to what you see when you sleep. Some of those dreams are not just random thoughts. They are messages, warnings, confirmations, answers. You may dream of someone and feel uneasy. That could be God showing you their true spirit. You may dream of a place that feels peaceful. That could be where God is leading you. Write your dreams down. Pray over them. Your sight is no longer limited to the day. It flows even in the night. This is a new level for you. You are not walking in fear. You are walking in sight. Your eyes are no longer tools for the enemy. They are tools for the kingdom. You will see attacks before they come. You will feel the shift before it happens. You will hear God before the lie speaks. And you will walk in boldness because of it. Heaven is giving you secrets, and you will carry them well. Type I am chosen to see to get blessing 10,619. There was a time when the enemy thought he had you. He thought he could send darkness through your eyes and keep you blind forever. But heaven stepped in. Archangel Michael moved fast. God sent light to interrupt the plan. And now that your eyes are open, the enemy is afraid. Because when someone sees in the spirit, they are no longer easy to trick. You are not the same as before. What once confused you now makes sense. What once pulled you in now feels wrong. This is not just healing, it's transformation. And the enemy knows you will not be blinded again. You have learned how to protect your eyes. You now know that what you look at matters. What you focus on grows. The enemy used to use screens, people, pictures, and even memories to pull your vision away from God. But not anymore. You now understand the power of sight. You now feel the moment something unclean tries to enter. You turn your eyes quickly. You guard your gate. And because of that, heaven is smiling on you. You are growing stronger every day. Type I am shielded to get blessing 10,660. There may still be moments when the enemy tries again. He may try to bring old people back into your life. He may try to show you things that used to distract you. But you are not the same person. Your spirit will notice it faster now. You will say, "This doesn't feel right," and you will walk away. That is growth. That is strength. That is evidence that the fog is broken. The blindfold is gone. You now live in spiritual light. You are learning to live by what you feel in the Spirit, not just by what you see with your eyes. The Holy Spirit is your teacher now. He is your filter. Before you accept anything, you check with Him. Before you believe a word, you pray. Before you make a move, you pause. This is wisdom, and this wisdom will protect you from pain. You don't need to run from everything. You just need to see clearly, and now you do. Type I am wise to get blessing 10,714. God is also helping you recognize the kind of people who carry fog. These people may not seem dangerous, but when they enter your life, your peace leaves. Your clarity fades. Your mind feels heavy. That is not normal. That is spiritual evidence. The enemy sometimes uses people who carry unclean energy to cause confusion. But now, with your eyes open, you can feel the shift. You can pray. You can step back. You can cover yourself. This is what it means to walk in spiritual awareness. You are not blind to spiritual attacks anymore. You are alert, aware, guarded. That does not mean fear. It means power. It means you are no longer caught by surprise. You no longer give your attention freely. You test every spirit. You pray before you open doors. And because of that, your life is becoming more peaceful. You are stepping into a new level of order and direction. That is the reward of spiritual sight. Type I am spiritually awake to get blessing 10,771. There's a deeper joy that comes with clear vision. You no longer chase after what doesn't belong to you. You no longer beg people to stay. You no longer panic when things shift. Because you know what's real. You know who sent the blessing and who tried to block it. That knowing brings peace. It brings strength. It brings power. And it brings freedom. You no longer live by lies. You walk in light. The enemy may try, but his tricks won't work this time. You've been through the fog and came out seeing. You've been tricked before, but not anymore. You are no longer blind. You are bold. And every step you take now is guided by truth. The light is on, and no one can turn it off again. Type I am walking in light to get blessing 10,804. You may not know this, but every time you see the truth, heaven celebrates. Every time you reject a lie, the angels shout with joy. Why? Because your sight is connected to your destiny. When your eyes are clean, your path becomes clear. You start walking in the right direction. You avoid hidden traps. You step away from people sent to hurt you. This is what the enemy feared most. He feared that one day you would stop being blind and start walking with open eyes. And now that day has come. Your eyes are not just healed, they are holy. They are trained. And they will see justice. Justice doesn't always mean revenge. Sometimes it means peace. Sometimes it means God removing someone from your life quietly. Sometimes it means you finally understanding what really happened. When God gives you spiritual sight, He also gives you spiritual justice. You begin to see how He was protecting you the whole time. You realize that what looked like rejection was actually a rescue. You see how the delay saved you. You see how the closed door was a gift. Type I am seeing justice to get blessing 10,840. There were people who thought they could blind you forever. They spoke lies about you. They tried to turn others against you. They wanted to confuse your name and cloud your vision. But God saw it all. Nothing was hidden from Him. And now, because your eyes are open, He is showing you the truth about those people. Not to hurt you, but to free you. You don't have to wonder anymore. You don't have to stay in the dark. The light has come, and it's showing you what's real. Some of these people will be removed. Others will be revealed. God is deciding what happens next. Your job is to stay clean. Stay alert. Keep your eyes on Him. He's handling what you cannot. Your part is to stay in the light. Keep your heart pure. Forgive but stay wise. Love but stay guarded. That is how the righteous walk. That is how the protected live. Type I am walking with God to get blessing 10,877. Your eyes are also being prepared to see opportunities. You've been missing open doors because of the fog. You've been unsure about where to step. But that season is ending. God is about to place clear signs in front of you. He's going to show you where to go, who to trust, and when to act. Your vision is not just for protection, it's also for direction. You will see the path before others do. You will notice what's possible before it happens. That is the gift of spiritual sight. The fog didn't just try to blind you. It tried to delay you. It wanted you to waste time chasing wrong things. But now, you will walk in purpose. Every step you take will be blessed. Every move will be guided. Every delay you suffered will be redeemed. And you will see the full circle. You will understand why things had to happen the way they did. Type I am restored to get blessing 10,933. You are stepping into the last part of this battle. The enemy knows he cannot block you anymore. So now, he may try to distract you with feelings, fear, doubt, guilt, shame. And don't fall for it. You are not who you used to be. You have learned too much. You've been trained by truth. You've been sharpened by pain. And now, your sight is too strong for the enemy to twist again. The eyes of the righteous shall see justice. That means you will see the end of the storm. You will see the victory. You will see the blessing. You will watch as God makes all things new. Not only for you, but through you. Your sight is part of your ministry now. You are not just seeing for yourself. You will begin to speak light into others. You will help the blind find their way. Because you once were blind, but now you see. Type I am victorious to get blessing 10,999. This message was never just about what entered your eyes on July 26th. It was about what it tried to stop. That moment wasn't random. It was a spiritual attack, meant to keep you blind to your future, your purpose, and your truth. But instead of it working, it woke you up. Instead of darkness winning, Light broke through. What was meant to confuse you ended up revealing your strength. What was meant to delay you ended up exposing who you really are. You are a child of God, a warrior, a seer, a voice that cannot be silenced anymore. You've been through pain, but your eyes are open now. You felt the fog, but now you walk in clarity. You've been lied to, but now you know truth. You've been confused, but now you feel peace. And all of that came because God didn't let that dark energy stay. Archangel Michael saw the attack, and heaven responded. That's why you're here. That's why you're reading this. Because this was your rescue moment. This was your divine reset. God is doing more than just healing you. He is using you. You will help others who are stuck in the same fog you were in. You will warn them, guide them, protect them. Because now, you understand. You feel the weight of the battle, and you carry the fire of victory. This experience didn't break you. It built you. It made you sharper, stronger, and more connected to God than ever before. You are not blind. You are blessed. Don't return to what blurred your vision. Don't chase what once distracted your focus. Walk forward in light. Stay alert. Guard your eyes. And trust that God will keep showing you exactly what you need to see. You don't have to fear the future. You are prepared for it. Because God has placed truth in your sight and fire in your spirit. The next time the enemy tries to send a curse through your eyes, it will bounce back. Why? Because your vision belongs to heaven now. This is your final confirmation. The plan to spiritually blind you has failed. And now, because of your obedience, your future will not be delayed anymore. You will walk in full clarity. You will live in divine alignment. And you will help others open their eyes too. The fog is over. The light is here. And it is shining through you. Type I am forever free to get blessing 11,088. As you step into this new season of spiritual clarity, we ask you to stand with us in this divine mission. Every message we release is a sword against spiritual blindness. Every word is light for someone else still walking in fog. If this prophetic message helped you see again, help us keep these lights burning. In Malachi 3:10, God says, "Test me in this and see if I will not open the windows of heaven." Your gift is not just an offering, it's a weapon. Partner with us through Super Thanks YouTube membership, with the PayPal link in the video description. Sow into this mission now, and may the same light that found you find thousands more through your support.